Hey guys, welcome to another session of FFBE Global. I might change the intro for these sessions. What we're going to try out today is one of my new segments, video segments and stream segments here. I'm going to call it Theorycraft, and I mentioned this in a couple news videos prior to this recording. And basically Theorycraft is going to be a full live Q&A and just live discussions with people on stream, and possibly if I can somehow incorporate voice chat on Discord and run at the same time, that's what we're gonna do. But Theorycraft is pretty much an open forum where people can discuss stuff, either incoming trials, what you need to prepare for, upcoming units, who to save for, best TMRs, etc. All these things can be talked about, and especially like current news. So like how is the unit of choice in global different, how does unit of choice work, etc. Before things actually drop. This is, I think, what I want Theorycraft to be about. So for those of you on YouTube, obviously you are watching this post recording, feel free to chime in your comments, and I have been seeing a ton of comments from you guys lately. Thank you for contributing. All of your ideas and thoughts and comments really will help drive Theorycraft, so we're gonna try this out. So for the first so Gilly the Explorer says Theorycraft equals Jagan playing WoW confirmed. Nailu, Billy the Bob is starting Theorycraft session. Okay, so apparently my name is Billy the Bob, and you guys can believe that if you want, but anyways, Billy the Bob. Okay, I wanted to do this for one of the YouTube commenters, and I think this is a really good topic to start off on the first session of Theorycraft. Niels VDW, so you get a shout out here. He asks if it's, what are some of the good upcoming units, who should they save for, and he's talking from a free-to-play perspective. Now obviously that is very important, and I get that question a lot, like, should I save for Hyoh? And then now everybody kind of knows how good Hyoh is, so everybody is saving for Hyoh. But there's a lot of like misconceptions saying like, Hyoh is going to be the end game, and you know that it won't be the case because power creep is the thing. So just reading the guys on stream, so this is going to be harder than I thought, because these guys are trying to make jokes and make me laugh to stumble me. So I guess let's start off with CG Hyoh and what's coming. So one of the things is the event order. So yesterday night we got the in-game news event that FF13 rerun, it's a King Mog event, is here, and is already currently here. So that's going to kind of change the schedule for CG Hyoh. Now I did tweet about this last night as well, and I got a response back saying that no, it won't change anything. JP has reruns all the time, so it won't change the schedule of Hyoh. But here is the reason why it would. Because FF8 King Mog event just ended, which means your trading items is with the actual literal King Mog. Now with this rerun event, the Mog Minister is going to be the one to trade with for the FF13 rerun event. So both of them will last for another week, alright? For this whole week going forward. So that means next week, we most likely won't get FF11, which should be the next one to come, with Livid Shantoto, or Enraged Shantoto, however you want to call her, and Shadow Lord. But that's also a King Mog event. So I kind of see a possible delay. I'm not quite sure. Basically, it's going to be 3 King Mog events, even including the rerun one, and the next one would be a raid. Yes, so Mago1 on stream says the next one will be a raid, and I think so as well. The only problem is I don't know what raid would be. So I think it would be a raid, and then it would be a King Mog event, so Livid Shantoto, FF11, and then CG Hyoh. So before I was saying that by August 31st, which is the third Friday from where I thought it was gonna come, would be the release of CG Hyoh, but I really think that he's gonna come in September now. So these guys are discussing right now. I will read some of the comments because some of this is really important. Gilly the Explorer says, is Tifa free-to-play friendly because innate dual wield and holy explosion frames, so divine ruination frames. They're talking about that, and Morchik says, yeah. Next, well, now going off that, with the event release, What you should be saving for, I would say definitely skip FF11 unless you want Livid Shantoto as a mage. She's going to be a pretty strong, pretty powerful mage for a while. Now we could talk about that, the reasons why, later on, but I don't think you should be, because you also have Shadow Lord as the other 5-star base unit in that banner. If it's going to be a split banner, he is a definite troll. He has very, very low modifiers, very much locked to Dark Element, and his TMR is not even that useful. I think it's like a 60% attack with a helmet and sword equipped, which isn't that great. So I would say he's a definite skip. So whenever the FF11 banner comes, if you're free to play, I would say definitely skip it. When Hyoh drops, I would say that is a definite pull. I think most of even free-to-play players have been scrounging up a Lapis. I've been getting tons of comments, Lapis and tickets for CG Hyoh, and I think he is worth it for at least 6 months, at least based on JP's schedule. For 6 months, he's going to be probably the highest damage, physical damage dealer. If you're just talking about like basic stuff, like without killers, etc. But because of his backloaded hit, which makes him really special, first time a DPS unit will get a backloaded hit other than Sephiroth's Octo Slash, he will definitely be one to save for. Gilly the Explorer says, I'm saving only 11k Lapis for him. I think his step up would only be one round, right? If it's like Reagan? Or did Reagan get 3? I don't remember, but yes, most likely CG Hyoh is going to get an 11k Lapis step up, which means a 25% chance to get him on the last step. Not a guaranteed, sadly. Yeah, Badzilla says I might do one run also. I would definitely try it out. Try your luck at it, and he is worth the pull. That's the thing, though. Reagan was one run. Okay, Reagan was one run, so I suspect CG Hyoh would be. Unless Gumi decides to market CG Hyoh and get people to ham on him. But I think the best way to get people to ham for him, because how good he is to limit the step-ups. I think that is actually the best way for them to make money. Limit the step-ups so you still want to get him in other means, which means to pull all your tickets, and if you don't get them from tickets, pull regular 5k Lapis, which is a ripoff. It's a ripoff, but I think that's how confident they are in that unit. We do know that in JP, at least, CG Hyoh hasn't even gotten his enhancements yet. So yes, even if you're following JP and CG Hyoh looks like he's like, you know, lower on the chaining tier, there's still potential for him just because he hasn't gotten enhancements. Of course, you could say that about every single unit. Oh yeah, Axstar hasn't gotten his enhancements. Wait for his enhancements. But we're talking about chronology, usable units in chronology. I think it's worth the wait. I think in some upcoming units after CG Hyoh, I think we can say that you can start saving. By the time CG Hyoh comes, if it is in September, and what they announced at E3 about the Dragon Quest Part 2 event is the case, then Dragon Quest Part 2 should come maybe a week or 2 weeks after CG Hyoh, which then, you know, whether or not you're a fan of Dragon Quest, maybe you don't pull for that, maybe it's a saving one for you. Next one coming up would be CG Citra, and a lot of people on stream right now have been saying they're going to be pulling for CG Citra for reasons I am not willing to share on the stream, but if you're a guy, I think you will know why. Alright, if you're a guy, I think you know why. CG animation. CG animation. But she's an okay summoner, and I haven't digged into her a lot, but I do have her 7-star on JP, which really gives me no excuse not to get to know her. But I will look into her more when she's about to be released, so you guys get the best info here. Oh, Ike says just say CG waifu, people get it. Got it, Ike. That's true. I think, well, now there's a debate on waifus now. CG Foka is better, etc. I'm not gonna go down. I'm not gonna go down that conversation there of who is better. CG Citra, one thing to consider is that if we get JP's parameter missions, which again I have said in the past and I will say here as well, parameter missions most likely are gonna come to global, at some future point. Again, if you don't know what parameter missions are, they're basically missions where you would try to reach a certain parameter or stat threshold. So get your attack stat to like 1650, get it to 2650, HP to 25,500, etc. Exceed those and you get awesome rewards returned. Most of my experiences, most of the top tier rewards are almost STMR level, so they might be worth it. And now, why I would say maybe pull for Citra is that her TMR is 60% spirit, straight from the TM without any equipment passives, without any equipment restrictions. But it does lower your dark resistance by I think 30%. Morshix can confirm that because I think he knows that better, but I think it is 60 spirit and a minus 30% dark resistance, which isn't a bad thing if you're not fighting a boss with a dark elemental, or you have a magic tank that can cover it anyway. So her TMR itself I think is almost worth pull for. Some STMRs at this point with abilities have a 60% spirit, so her TMR arguably is almost STMR levels without some of the other benefits of STMR stats. Next, let's see here. So in JP they had Valkyrie Profile after this, and I'm not going to go through all of this all the way up to the current JP, but I'm just saying for the next couple one who you guys should be saving for. I don't think we're gonna get Valkyrie Profile, to be honest, so I think this is a skippable one, but we could talk about that if it is released. Next notable one I would say would be Tifa and Vincent. FF7 event, dual rainbows of course. Tifa and Vincent both are pretty decent. Vincent is, from my knowledge, Vincent's he could be a finisher, pretty strong one. And Tifa could be a dual wielder, and she can chain apparently with holy explosion frames. And both of their TMRs are good as well. Vincent has a 60% attack straight, but he has a lower his spirit by 30%, I believe. And Tifa has a TMR with equip hat and fist. You get 60% attack, which is really good. Type 0, Kurusame. Okay, so Gilly Explorer asks, what about Type 0, Kurusame and Makina? They come later, like much later. I'm scrolling up right now. Oh no, they come right after. They come right after the FF7. No, 2 banners away. 3 banners away. So in JP at least, there's Elephim and then Randy. So return event with a Randy 7-star. I think we might get that in global. If we get it, pull for it as well. Randy is really good. Fixed dice user, can imbue multiple elements and tons of killers. He's really good. And then Makina and Kurosame. What about okay, so now everybody is just joking now. They want me to go all the way up to the current meta. I think that's pretty much it for this. Those are the couple of the units. So I mean, none of the banners past CG Hyoh I would say are extreme game changers. If they will get Randy 7-star. Oh wow, actually no, it's not just that. I forgot. I started JP around this time. They didn't even get just Randy. They got everyone 7-star. They got a new unit, Flamey 7-star, Randy 7-star. I don't know if I pronounce this right. Rice 7-star and Kevin 7-star. All of them have really good TMRs or STMRs, as a matter of fact. If that return comes, I would definitely say that would be one to hoard for. The only thing is we can't know for sure if that will come, and even if that does come, at what kind of schedule are they gonna slot this in? Because our schedules are thrown off. We can't use JP as a real base. We can only use JP as a real base on their main banners. But we have been bamboozled in the past. I think JP has swapped the order of Bosch and the release of what's his name, Balthier. From Global and JP, they brought them up like way sooner than they should have been released. So I mean, we have discrepancies here and there. But I would say usually story events are the ones that won't change. Story events are the ones that won't change because they have to go along with the stories that's released. But everything else, raids and king mogs, I think they could be interchanged. Alright, any last words on stream here? Gilly the Explorer says Gabronth, please. Oh man, I want Gabronth so bad. For people who may not know, that Gabronth and Zargaboth are supposed to be exclusive to the actual game counterparts. So Gabronth was supposed to be JP exclusive and Zargaboth is supposed to be a global exclusive. Hopefully they don't keep it that way. I kind of want Gabronth. He's really cool just for his sprite. And instant death. I think 30% chance instant KO in arena. Yes please. Yes please. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end this show here. This has been our first session of Theorycraft. Again, it could be really random, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like this series? Do you want to see more of it? If you guys have questions, obviously post them. It could be featured in the next Theorycraft. I will credit those who ask the questions that I choose or the topics that I talk about. Yeah, so if you guys have a Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.